Hello, St. Michael family. Monsignor Tim Shabru here on Thursday, September 24th, hoping that you continue to be safe through this very long and stressful time. I want to bring you up to date on a number of things regarding the parish and its activities. Before I do that, I want to share with you the news received earlier today that Archbishop Emeritus John Joseph Myers, 5th Archbishop of Newark, died this morning in Peoria, Illinois, in the care of his family after a long period of declining health. Please remember the Archbishop and his family in your prayers. In terms of the parish, I note that this evening would have been the start of the annual Feast of St. Michael Carnival, which has been such a wonderful community building event, as well as a significant source of financial support for the parish and St. Michael School. Although conditions preclude our conducting the feast this year, I want to thank all of our faithful sponsors, suppliers, and above all, volunteers for your support of the feast over the years, and to assure you that, God willing, we look forward to the feast's return in 2021. We're exploring ways to make up at least part of the revenue from this major fundraiser, despite the many difficulties that lie in our way. Although the financial impact of the feast's cancellation is significant, I believe the great success of the feast since its inception has been the way it unifies the St. Michael Parish community and our many neighbors and benefactors. And the loss of that opportunity is deeply regretted. But there are heartening signs of our endurance in adapting to the restrictions of the COVID-19 pandemic. Chief among them is the increase in the number of parishioners returning in person to Sunday Mass. We are now permitted to welcome 150 persons to each celebration of Mass, and each week we see the number of attendees rising, though we have not yet reached the 150-person limit at any Mass. We continue to offer Mass on Saturday at 5:30 p.m., and on Sunday at 7:30, 9:30 a.m., and at 12 noon. The 9:30 a.m. Mass on Sunday is live streamed via Facebook and our website, stmichaelcranford, all one word, .org. When numbers rise a bit more, we will consider reinstating the 10:30 a.m. Mass. For now, all the published Sunday Mass intentions are being satisfied, usually by Father Sebastian or myself concelebrating at one of the other Masses. The same is true of the Saturday Mass intentions, for which we either concelebrate at 5:30 p.m. Saturday or offer Mass privately. One concern affecting all parishes as the pandemic continues is the question of when people will feel safe returning to regular in-person participation at Mass. Cardinal Tobin has extended the dispensation from the Sunday Mass obligation, removing any conflict between staying safely at home and feeling uneasy about being in church in person. I'm most grateful to our tech volunteers who continue to give generously of their time and talent to make possible our outreach to parishioners via our live streaming of Sunday Mass and other services. And another service is coming up this Tuesday, September 29th, Feast of the Archangels Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael, when we will have a special prayer service in celebration of St. Michael. Please join us in church or take part via the live stream. Although I am pleased with the quality of our live stream services, I believe everyone will agree that there is a big difference between viewing Mass remotely and actually being present at home with each other in our church, the house of God's people. Certainly all should feel free to be as cautious as needed, particularly those who are among the vulnerable, the elderly, those with complicating physical conditions, etc., especially following the advice of their doctors and families. But as things ease up, I'm hopeful that more will consider returning to in-person worship, especially to come to the Lord's table for Holy Communion. In that regard, among the signs of a return to greater normalcy, we conclude this weekend the celebration of First Holy Communion, the services were postponed in the spring. The reduced number of persons permitted in church has made each of these masses more limited in size, but we have been able to live stream the celebrations for the benefit of family and friends who cannot attend in person. I'm grateful to our children's parents and our religious education staff, our catechists and St. Michael's School teachers for continuing to guide our second graders, now third graders, to the Lord's table. St. Michael's School has resumed in-person classes with some students attending virtually. Again, I thank our school families, teachers, administration, and staff for their efforts to facilitate the education of our young people. Last weekend, we observed Catechetical Sunday, and I acknowledge the commitment of our religious education staff and catechists who have supported our children's religious formation through the summer and will now be providing virtual sessions for our public school children as mandated by the Archdiocese. The parish youth group is planning to resume regular meetings, outdoors at first, socially distanced, and following all the official guidelines. I thank our youth ministers, Rich Donovan and Valeria Downey, for maintaining contact through the summer with our youth group members via Zoom gatherings. The youth group team has met several times with all the precautions observed, and their enthusiasm for getting the program up and running has been encouraging. As you know, Father Tom Quinn has been reassigned to serve at St. Mary of the Assumption Parish in Elizabeth, the mother church of Union County. We wish him well in his new assignment, and when the number permitted in church is increased, we hope to have him return for an official farewell Mass. As you also know, Father Tom has not been replaced. For now, Father Sebastian and I are managing well, but please understand that adjustments may have to be made in parish services going forward. I appreciate the assistance of the parish pastoral and finance councils in helping us navigate the changed circumstances, and have initiated programs of outreach to the parishioners and the wider community. The Pastoral Council in particular, and Salt and Light Ministries, the Samaritans, and so on, have been wonderful in keeping that outreach going. Both the Pastoral Council and Finance Council have been consistently meeting via Zoom, as has the parish response team, in helping us maintain essential services. I particularly want to thank our parish staff who have kept up daily operations while our office is closed, and the many volunteers who have been helping to keep the church safe for public worship. Finally, let me thank all our parishioners who have been maintaining regular financial support of the parish by sending in or dropping off weekly envelopes, or by donating via our online option, Parish Giving. Remarkably, but typical of the loyalty of our parishioners, we're seeing an average of 80% of our budgeted income for the parish, and we have reached 80% of our goal for the annual appeal that supports the pastoral, educational, and charitable services of the Archdiocese of Newark. Thank you most sincerely for faithfully providing the resources to keep essential parish and archdiocesan services going. Please know that you continue to be in my prayers. Let us continue to cooperate with the advice of public health authorities in response to the ongoing realities of the COVID-19 pandemic. God bless you. St. Michael the Archangel, pray for us.